You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cheryl Kay, and I'm new to Pet Life Radio, and the name of my show is Unleashed, and I want to welcome you today, and I want to introduce to you, I have a guest who's going to help me with my send-off. Her name is Michelle Fern. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for stopping by today.
You're so welcome, Cheryl. Of people that are out there listening, I wouldn't say I'm an expert or maybe a veteran. I've done 100 plus, maybe close to 200 plus shows. My Best Pets has been on the air for about 2010, and that's enough plugging my show. Cheryl's new show is Unleashed. Now, what is Unleashed? Are you going to be wild and crazy?
I'm going to be wild and crazy, and we're allowed to talk about anything and everything. Anything with pets, a little offshoot on pets, my opinions. And when I have guests, I certainly would love their opinions. And if anybody wants to send me something that they'd like me to talk about, it's Cheryl at PetLifeRadio.com. We'll be right back after this sponsor.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, everybody. We're back, and today my guest is Michelle Fern.
Well, thanks for mentioning me. Now, what the heck is Unleashed? Where did that come from?
Just something that there are no holds barred. You can't rein me in. You can't tie me up. Anything we want to talk about, we don't have to have a set category. Anything about pets. I want to get down and dirty and talk about all the different things that's going on with pets today. Whether it's the rescues, the adoptions, the abusers. You see this online, you see it on Facebook. It just drives me crazy. I try to do a lot of sharing on Facebook with helping people get pets adopted. And there are wonderful, wonderful angels out there. I know they do this voluntarily. They take their time and their energy and they post these things and they want us all to share. But I like to write a little something and I want to send it to the right state. I have a lot of friends all over the country. I don't want to send something that's going to Pennsylvania, to California. I just think it would be easier if any of these angels are listening. It's so much easier. Tell me where the pet shelter is. So this way I could send it where it needs to go. You know, I notice most people just hit the button that says share. Boring. I don't want that.
Okay, so that's one of your peeves about Facebook sharing with pets and all that. What drives me crazy is not so much the pet sharing, but when people, I think Facebook is more stay in touch with friends, you know, maybe high school buddies that were buddies long time ago, you've forgotten and they want to share this. I don't get why people go, happy anniversary to my love, to my this, my that, when say it to your, you know, significant other.
I know that people have to check in. Check in. I'm eating now. This is my hot dog. I'm eating now.
That's crazy.
It is.
I mean,
I don't
it gives
use
restaurants a plug, but I'm checking in. I'm here. I'm checking in. I'm there. First of all, I think it's stupid because I'm checking in. I'm here. Oh, so I'll go rob your house now because maybe nobody's home.
Yeah, that's when people go on vacation. They always say, oh, yeah, we're going away. But I think Facebook started, first of all, for the young, and then more mature people got involved because, like you said, when I got on it, all of my high school friends and college friends came out of the woodwork. Their kids are having babies. It's nice. You keep in touch. I don't do that other nonsense. But to each his own. Meanwhile, it's a billion people that are on it, so they must be doing something right. But let's talk about pets. I want to talk about some of the pets that I've had in my life, the strays. Now, I used to work in Manhattan many, many years ago, and I worked in a store, and it was a Saturday, and next door was a building. And when I left the store to cross a very busy road in Manhattan, 7th Avenue, to go to my car in the parking lot, at the same time, kismet, you can call it, the people in the building let out this orange tabby. This cat took one look at me and followed me across 7th Avenue into the parking garage. And I said to myself, I think this cat would, and it was a young cat, I think this cat would have a better chance out on Long Island roaming around than roaming around in Manhattan. So I took the cat home. And at that point we had a standard poodle named Brandy, who is pretty feisty. And the cat climbed up the brick to my bedroom window, and every time I walked my dog, this cat followed behind us. And I named her Sandy because her colors were sandy color. And if I drove in the car on long trips, she would wrap herself like a scarf around my neck. She was one of the greatest cats. I mean, I had her for 19 years. When I had her put her down, which was St. Patrick's Day, I buried her in my yard. It was heartbreaking, but, we all know when we have pets and it's time for them to go, that is the most unselfish thing we could do for them because, animals don't show us their suffering. And that was like one of the greatest cats. And then I went on a series of cats and cats and cats because, when you live in apartments, cats are so much easier. I would love to have another dog. But right now I have 2 cats. I have a Maine Coon rescue. Best $100 I ever spent. His name is Daniel Boone. And I have Cheyenne that I brought from New York. And at one point I had 3 cats. Now I have 2. But they are the greatest. I mean...
Okay, wait. Yours might be the greatest, but the Dennis is pretty great too. I mean, he's mischievous, but he's a pretty cool cat. You met the Dennis. He's pretty cool, huh?
Wonderful. And that's the beauty of how we feel about our pets, because they truly are our family. They're not just pets. They're not our animals. I mean, I don't knit sweaters for my cats. I didn't knit sweaters for my dog, but they are my family.
I kind of think they're like my fur kids, It's just like that. So what do you say for people that don't get pets? I mean, there's some people that can't have them for allergies.
There's some people
reasons,
that can't have them. There's some people that don't like them.
How can you not like them?
You got to judge somebody. If you don't like a pet, dog spelled backwards is God. I never met anybody. I don't have any friends that don't like pets. If they can't have them because of their living situation or, there are, dogs you can have for allergies. But, nah, I could never live in a petless home. We'll be right back after our sponsor. See you in a few.
Okay, time to call off the dogs. We'll be back with more biting topics right after we kibble a little with our sponsors.
The young lady from the rescue delivered happy, and I panicked. He was missing hair, stinky, scabby, and I thought, what did I get us into? The cause of his issue was poor nutrition. It was neglect. The other owners didn't care enough about him to give him the nutrition he needed. But I have a vet that I trust, and she recommended Dinovite. DINOVITE.com. I ordered the first 90-day supply, and within a couple weeks, his skin started clearing out. He didn't smell. He had more energy. He just had a glow and a bounce about him. We've been using Dinovite for the last year, and Happy the rescue dog is Happy the healthy dog. I tell all my friends who have rescues to give their dog the chance at a new start with Dinovite. It's going to pay off for you and your dog for years to come.
859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com. Begging to hear more of your favorite show? Full episodes of all our shows are available on demand. Go to PetLifeRadio.com to fetch our entire lineup of Possum Pet podcasts. Also, dig us up in iHeartRadio Talk and iTunes. Let's Talk Pets. Live and on demand only from Pet Life Radio.
Let's Talk Pets
Let's Talk Pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
We're back with my guest, and we're talking about how we love our pets and how we view pets as family members. Michelle, how many pets have you had over your lifetime?
4 dogs, and the dentist is my first cat. Why? I wasn't big on cats. I didn't grow up with cats. Oh no, probably 5 or 6 dogs. Right now there's 2 that are the crew that are also my own. So, and then I have my extended crew for people that listen to Best Pets for Pets. There's extended crew for testing the various products that come on. Nikki, Mr. Z, and the dentist all are the studio fur babies.
I had
my
birds.
fur babies.
I had parakeets.
I never had parakeets.
I had parakeets with my cats. I had them in the ceiling, on a plant hook. They were never covered. Cats absolutely loved it, loved the sound of them. But, the one thing with birds is, I had them.
They're messy.
Well, you clean them. But what happens is one dies and you feel sorry for the one that lives, so you get replacement. And therein lies the rub. You just keep replacing and replacing. I had a friend who had parrots. Fascinating. They are just fascinating. They live a very long time. She had an African gray, but they live a very long time. And now I read somewhere that they're using parrots to help with returning soldiers with PTSD. And because parrots like to be social, they like to be in an environment where they're with someone.
And they're very smart, too.
And they live a very long time.
Okay, so Cheryl, your show Unleashed. Let's talk about some wild stuff here. What is the craziest thing or craziest pet situation you've ever had?
Oh, my father once brought home a Doberman Pinscher in the middle of the night called Thor. And the next morning...
In the middle of the night?
Yeah, well, in the middle of the night. I was young. In the middle of the night. And when I woke up in the morning, the dog was gone. It was brought back to the home it came from. My mother was not keen on a Doberman. And they are wonderful dogs. I had a friend who had a Doberman, and they were just... It was her name was Ananka, and she could smile. She was, a little
Wait,
one.
Her name was Kanaka?
Ananka. Princess Ananka.
I thought it was did you ever see the episode 2.5 Men's? Vodkanakas?
No.
It's classic.
But that's off the air. But that was with Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah, but Vodkanakas, it's the half guy, and he said, made a comment about, Mom's vodka knockers?
Oh.
And the little boy goes, who's vodka knocker? It's hysterical. I mean, if anybody is Google or not, when you go on YouTube, you probably could find it for 2.5 Men vodka knockers. It's so funny.
I think there should be like a chicken in every pot, a car in every garage. There should be a pet in every home.
Well, my latest pet, and I didn't ask for this pet, is a outdoor cat that's near our studio. And I started calling the pet Sammy because I didn't know if it was boy or girl. Now, very scared of people, but after feeding I found out it was a girl later, and I'll tell you how. But it got to where I could pet her because I was feeding her, she got comfortable. And turns out she's not a little cat or a little kitten, she's a mama. Because she laid over on her belly, and I saw, her little teats, or whatever they're called, their animal nipples.
Nipples?
Yeah. Were extended, and I saw little marks on her belly, so I thought, I wonder if she's like a girl and had babies, but she's so skinny. She has a little kitten, so she's probably, hopefully that's why she's so skinny.
Well, I'll tell you,
worms,
you could catch her and get her fixed because there's just too many animals out there that are not being spayed and neutered, and that is the problem.
I'm all for that. And the guys that don't get their dogs fixed because they have a sometimes guys with male dogs have this thing in their head that, can't cut the gonads off, can't do that. Get your dogs fixed. I mean,
I think they're a little bit more docile depending on the dog also once
True.
You have them fixed. I mean, but there's just so many strays out there. I mean,
especially cats that are outdoor cats.
Then you don't even know about the cats because you can't even see them. But the dogs that are roaming, I mean, a lot of people go on vacation in the summer to all of these, vacation spots and, they get a little puppy for the kids. And then when summer's over, they take off and they leave these dogs. And it's just sick. Terrible. It happens. It's just
that's sick. That's like leaving your child someplace, but that's just as sick. I mean, to extend that, people that leave their animals in hot cars.
To do that to your child. How do you do that to your child? That's why people have to really think of their pet as their family member, and most people, I think, do.
Not only is it considered, they should think of their pet as family member, but leaving your pet, they haven't yet. I don't think there's any laws if you leave your pet because they usually don't catch the people doing this.
Well, abusers, they have an abuser law now in a few states. I think Florida and another state, and they are punishable by law, and there is jail time. And I think the state of Florida and a couple of other states, if you see an animal in a hot car, you are allowed to break the window. And I hope my listeners out there take it upon themselves if that happens, because, we leave children in the cars, we leave pets in the cars. And you know what they say, if you're too stupid to ask if I could be left in the car, you're too stupid to have me. That's all the time we have for today, people. My name is Cheryl Kay, and the name of my show is Unleashed. And I hope to see you back next time. Keep in mind, if you want to email me, it's Cheryl@PetLifeRadio.com. I want to thank my guest, Michelle, and I want to thank my producer, Mark. See you next time. Bye-bye. Or like we say, woof, woof.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.